goes wild.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, you're on the plane. You're about to take off. Greg, do a set. Go now. Make comedy history. Do a set while you're on the tarmac. Let's go. I'm not even doing intros. Start it off, Greggy boy. What do you got for us? I'm serious. You do this. That's you, Greg. Do the set. God damn it.
He did win.
God
He beat you there.
Fuck. Fuck. I ruined everything. Oakland, Greg.
He's on a plane. I'm gonna take that to mean that he does not want to do a set.
Well, he said he'd do a set, but
okay.
He said he'd just be in the airport.
Well, maybe he's on the plane already, and like stuff changed. I don't know. I don't know his life.
I don't know.
He seems like a jet setter.
He's a jet setter.
He's got shit to do.
Setting around the world. Am I zoomed in too far?
Dude.
Maybe.
And I thought Pitbull was the international playboy.
Why is it zoomed in or zoom in? Hey, Greggy, can you hear me?
Did you find any friends at the airport? Did you go like bro scouting? It would be great if he just went like bro scouting on the airport.
Oh man, I'm trying to make history over here. This guy's clowning around. Oh boy. What are we doing here? Speaker? Let's do this.
Not making history, I guess.
Oh, you gotta do that thing where you're not on full screen.
I'm not on full screen.
Okay. Spot that for everyone. Spot that for everyone. Hell yeah. Where's the rest of this clown car?
I don't know. I'd say we give it another 5 and then we start.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, happens.
Let's chat it up. What have you been doing? What are you running around for, Marv?
Oh man, I had all kinds of things to do. Boring adult things.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I did see my weed dealer.
Yeah.
Happens to be an insanely attractive man. Like to the point that it angers me every now and then when I see him. I'm just like, dude, put on a coat or something. Like, shut up. Why are you this ripped? So, yeah, he left the car. We did our exchange, and then as he stepped out and started walking off, this chick walked by the car, and I could see her like visibly looking at his butt and smiling, and that made me happy because I was like, you know what, girl, get it, hell yeah, it's time girls stare at like butts and smile.
I'm saying, why do a reboot of West Side Story when you can just do West Side Story 2 and then it can be Officer Krupke, like his granddaughter is now Puerto
Never
Rican.
seen West Side Story.
Oh, okay. You never seen West Side Story?
No, it seems horrible.
It's pretty great. It tells you good lessons like when you're a jet, you're always a jet. Like that's a good lesson. And then,
I learned that from Fallout 3.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Behaving. Oh, behave. Hell, behave.
From airport raps to the sickest kid bop rapper of all time, Behaving. Like, my name's Behaving, and I'm here to say, make sure your grades go up every day. Hey, by the way, are you a robot, dude?
Who?
I reached out to Behaving.
Uh-oh.
Dude, that was
Behaving
the
on the
funniest
spotlight.
thing.
Like a what? Am I that Zuckerbergy?
Yeah, dude, I hit you up. I was just checking out. I was like, yo, what up, Behaving? How you doing, boy? I was just trying to build a connection. And this kid hits me back with sorry, I'm currently busy, and I'll be getting like, was that an automated response, or did you actually type that?
I was like loopy. I replied to you like it was an email.
That's awesome, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
Note.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's do some group therapy here. You now Marv,
can you not hey, dipshit, dingus, don't produce our conversation. We're naturally bonding over here. I'm breaking the robot.
I'm saying let's redo this conversation.
Yeah, pull that up, JB.
Let's redo that robot conversation you had. Marv, tell Behavin what you said in the text, and then Behavin respond like a human, and we'll start a human interaction here.
No, that's fine. I think I like this better. Yeah, that was very Zucker. But I actually just pictured that you had a note on your phone where you had this message pre-typed and just copy pasted real quick. That's just my thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only
I mean,
Vaughn has a
that's how I reply to Tinder dates.
Sorry, Maggie.
Mhm.
While I do appreciate your interest in my physical entity, I have to get back to you later. That's pretty great.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
No Lloyd
Hell
Legacy.
yeah.
All these bastards.
What about Lloyd?
Ooh, maybe I can get a Kirk in here. I don't know.
Who's Kirk?
I don't know who Kirk is. You know who Kirk is.
Okay. Oh.
I see how it is. Just gonna walk out of the.
So have you been behaving?
God, behaving.
He just logged out. Set myself to AFK.
I'm gonna start human conversations here.
He's great. He might be my new favorite human being of all times, by the way. Although that changes quickly, so like behaving that might only be the case for like 2 hours. Depends what I see on YouTube.
All right.
I'm the same way. My tripod is not available, so but my triceps are.
Nice. I do wonder, like, if I ever like go to hang out, like, if this ever happens in some sort of way, I go to wherever he lives, and I'm just like, yo, behaving, I'm gonna be in your town. Let's hang out. Does he just send like an iPod on like a fucking like a Segway?
Wait, can
It just
we
drives
just
by,
by?
it's just, hey.
Like, have you been to the Netherlands?
Yeah. I had to think because I was like, I've been there. I barely remember anything.
Yeah, that's the Netherlands.
Pretty much. I also live in Germany, so I live like 4 hours away.
Mhm.
It's less of a drive for me to go to the Netherlands than it is for Bond to go to like New York.
Oh. Speaking of New York, we should do a scene with Alex Jones since you like to do the riffing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Riffing is always great when you bring. Hey, do you want to like maybe next start explaining?
Hey.
Hey, so what's funny about that is,
Hey,
see, Alex Jones wouldn't regularly play Fortnite.
Let's do a
It's
riff
ridiculous.
this second about an extraneous, a very
What happened to you? What's
come
up?
to the top of our heads.
Hold on. What happened? Did you find a brochure for like be spontaneous? Or I don't know, did some mom share some weird spot like picture? What happened?
Spontaneous. No, the birds are watching me, and it's creepy. I don't like it. I'm trying to do a show for the birds out there. I'm like, yo,
Are the
bird, what
crows
up?
back?
There's a couple of crows. There's like 3 mockings, and then there's just like 5 squirrels just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Really? You got squirrels just chilling?
Yeah, just chilling. The black squirrel's
cool.
not here yet. He usually shows up at like 3, but like,
I got to pet one of the baby cows today.
Again? Stop. Leave
pretty
that
cool.
cow alone.
No, they like me now. I'm becoming friends with them. They're awesome. They're real cool. Like, they're a cool group of dudes, dude. They have horns and they like play with each other. Man, they're cool.
I'm a baby cow. Leave me alone. Just hug a woman. I'm just a baby cow hanging out on a farm. I just want to be a baby cow. I'm not veal. Oh man, my cousin Ned, he's veal. He's never seen the sun. He just hangs upside down. They just feed him shit in his mouth. He doesn't even know what a cow is. Oh.
For a second, I thought you were going to go Bane. For a second, I thought you were going to go Bane as Alex Jones. You say, I was molded by the darkness. When I first spotted light, kind of hurt. Don't you know, Joe?
Marv, you can't look. I'm a baby calf. You can't touch me like this. I have PTSD. I was the darkness. I was veal. I was in a cage in a room, hanging upside down. They were feeding me CBD gummies. Oh, it was so high, Joe. And then I just wriggled out and then I crawled towards what I thought was God, but it turned out to be the sun. Have you ever heard of the sun, Marv? Have you ever heard of the sun? Fuck you, Marv. Going over to my farm, hugging me. I am the darkness.
I will never, ever meet an animal that I'll not try to be friends with. I don't care. I've succeeded in crazy animals so far. I think a cow is pretty crazy.
Mhm.
All right, we got to get you.
I managed to have kind of a lizard friend once in DR, but I don't know. He
Uh-huh.
kind of lived. I let him stay in my room. I didn't throw him out. That's kind of it.
Mhm.
All right, I did my Alex Jones thing. Do the intro.
My Corey Feldman. Okay.
Mhm.
Do the
Yeah.
okay. You do your Corey Feldman, and then intro our first comic. We've been
Hey,
galley-dagging
guys,
around.
it's me,
I've
Corey
texted
Feldman.
I've texted people, and they're not coming. They don't want to come.
Mhm.
My Corey Feldman is basically just a more nasal Justin Silver. Just, hey
Mhm.
guys, it's me, Corey Feldman. Maybe you haven't heard, but I actually make sick ass tunes.
Mhm.
Ascension Millennium. It's angelic to the core. Get it?
Mhm.
Sucker.
I like that one.
He's pretty
Uh-huh.
good. Yeah, my Corey Feldman's not bad. But I mean, I have said before, we need to exclusively react to what he does. It's all I want to do in life is have a YouTube React channel only for him.
You know what? It just so happens we have the leader of the Corey Feldman fan club here in the Zoom room. The International Corey Feldman Fan Club. Yeah, they're here in this room, and
You don't say.
yeah,
Uh.
and like I've seen him traveling around the world, talking about Corey Feldman, doing comedy, and they happen to be our first comic.
Mhm.
That's strange because, as I happen to know, my fan club is currently in Vancouver. They're recruiting new teen runaways for my group.
Well, Corey, get excited because we have the leader of the International Fan Club group here. Anna, come on down. Sorry, there's
Woo!
only 3 of us here.
We'll make up for it in volume, I swear.
Oh, put it on the
Uh-huh.
spotlight. Replace spotlight. There you go.
Oh man, I was just lurking for like 20 minutes with my camera off. Wasn't too sure what this was. I was like, this is a mic, right?
This is obviously a Proud Boys meeting. Thanks for coming. You can do as long as you'd like.
Well, I gotta say, I do agree. I think it is time for women to start looking at butts, getting there. Wholeheartedly agree with that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So I saw that they're now selling pregnancy tests at the dollar store. Like, I've worked at a dollar store. Like, we really should just assume that any product there already has at least a little bit of piss on it. Already.
Mhm.
It just worries me. Yeah, I did work at a dollar store. I've had a lot of shitty jobs and have been like pretty broke for most of my life. Like during that dollar store period, I distinctly remember paying my utility bills and like quarters and dimes and shit. And one month being 25 cents short and just having to scold myself and be like, you never should have bought that gumball, you decadent bitch.
Oh.
Like, I don't care it was your birthday. Get it together. I'm doing a little bit better now. Like I get to work from home. That's why I was able to jump on this like on my work lunch break or whatever. But yeah, doing a bit better. I have like a white collar job and work remotely, so that's a privilege, but I still don't really own anything of real value. Like, in fact, my only item that's valuable enough to even have a warranty is my good dildo. That was a pretty significant investment for me, but I'm really hopeful that this year, like working remotely, I will be able to write it off my taxes as an important work from home expense. Like hoping to get audited. Like, would love to have that conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I'm here in Toronto. I moved here from Vancouver, where that fan club was. Anyways, yeah, I moved across the country. I moved across the country, and when you move cross country, you have to make some really difficult decisions about what to do with your stuff. Like what to do with that old clunky computer from high school you don't really use anymore, sitting there, and what to do with that old clunky dildo from high school, don't really use anymore, just sitting there. You don't want to throw them out, right? Because they're both still good, you know, even though the battery's a bit fucked. But you also like can't donate those electronics, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, they've been exposed to way too much porn and frankly, like a few viruses. And just stays in the Zoom room. But like neither one of those things were new when I got them. and it just feels gauche to like the refurb. So, anyways, have any of you guys taken a really old computer and an even older sex toy to an electronics recycling depot?
No.
No, me either. Paid
No.
to ship both of those heavy items across the country. 'Cause I am a coward who hates waste. Yeah, I was recently appraised. It sounds super official, but it was just a drunk old man at an A&W commenting on my body unsolicited, as is tradition at the home of the Burger family. Yeah, I was just like standing there ordering, and he was behind me, and he was like, "Hey, you are beautiful. I'd give you at least a 6." Okay, out of 10. Cool. Gonna put a number on it. But yeah, I turned around and I knew the guy. Yeah, it was a relative, actually. Yeah, top 3 most awkward Uncle Burgers of all time. Yeah. So I switched to a lot more like delivery after that, a lot of DoorDash or whatever. But the stupid thing about ordering off the apps is that the food you get looks nothing like the photos, right? So you're always so disappointed. It's a lot like Tinder in that way, right? Like it shows up, not what you're expecting, looks nothing like the pics, but you'll probably still put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This
I would.
was I had like my first birthday in Toronto recently, and it didn't really feel like my birthday until my mom did her birthday tradition for me, which is to remind me that she almost aborted me. Yeah, she's geriatric, so they do like all these extra tests when you're geriatric, some of which came back saying there's extra complications, and at one point the doctors did encourage her to abort. I used to think she told me this story every birthday just due to basic lack of boundaries. Now I realize it is due to lack of boundaries, but also a threat. 31 years later, she thinks she reserves the right to abort me still. It's like an old white man told her at one point she could. No, not my dad, her doctor, obviously. Yeah, so this like made sense for me when I realized this, because as a kid, I would always get really freaked out if the vacuum ever came out around a birthday. And she did give me a Hoover for this most recent birthday. So don't know where I stand with her. I did take it as a good opportunity to create a will, you know, like just in case. But it was really short, really, like only 2 line items. Like, good dildo goes to my best friend Alex. Everything else, electronics recycling depot. Like, all right, that's all I want to do. Thanks, guys.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Man, a Hoover? You spoiled brat. My parents would have used a dirt devil on my cheap ass. Oh wait, why did that happen? I didn't do this. It's not me, I swear. I have no more powers apparently. Did you take away my powers? Where are my powers? Speaking of powers, everything is pointless now, Bon.
What?
I'm so sick and tired of it.
What?
I
What happened?
did my things today.
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Yeah.
Let me start at the beginning.
What'd you do?
The other day, I'm in bed at night, and the time where I'm supposed to be sleeping had already passed for like 2 hours, but obviously I'm still on my phone. We all get it, right? Like a regular human being. So I find this trailer for this video game in VR that gives you superpowers. It's just a superpower simulator. You're like, hey, you want to be Superman? Here. You want to be Spider-Man? Here. So I'm like, I do want to be those things. Yes. I'm 32 and, you know, unsuccessful in comedy. So obviously I still want to live out my childhood fantasy of being a comic book hero. So I downloaded it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And now everything in life sucks. I cannot just like solve problems in life by superpowering my way through them. And that's kind of like a real problem now to me.
Yeah. I mean, I just watched you playing that video game, and I went to the corner store, and you know, a guy stepped on my shoe. I punched him. I broke my fist on his chest.
That's another thing. Yeah. See, I was stuck in traffic, right? I was at this traffic light, and the people were super slow on starting when it turned green. So by the time that I got there, it was already red again. But I would have totally made it if they weren't slow. So I couldn't solve that problem by just walking out of my car, flying over, picking up their car, and slamming it into a bank. And like, what's the point even then anymore?
I mean, what's the point of living if I can't slap people's hands out of the way and then kick them to the moon? What's the point of living?
Mhm.
Exactly. You get it. You finally get it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not getting an Oculus Quest.
God, I'll buy you a fucking Oculus Quest just so you can experience this. I swear to
Fine, when
God.
the beta of Demigod comes out, I'll get when it comes out of alpha.
I'll literally buy you one.
I'll literally buy
Send me
you
your
one.
address.
mhm.
Literally PM me right
30
now.
33
I'm high
30
enough to buy you a stupid Quest.
3316 West Armitage. No, let's do
this is too long
let's do
already.
29 23. No.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Just so
Yeah.
you know, you may not have noticed, Bon.
Yeah.
Michael Monkhouse has appeared.
Oh,
Hello.
He's here now, so
I
How you
smelled
doing?
no more
Yeah.
messing around.
I smelled the
Get-
spice
Get
in the
professional.
air.
He's
Virtual.
yeah, he smelled the
Spice up
old
your
spice.
life.
Yeah.
He who rules
That's
the
what you really,
spice
really want.
rules them all. Obviously,
I
smell
swear to
that
God, he uses
spice
old
I'm
spice.
melange.
busy.
The spice melange in the
I'm
air.
famous for that. Yeah.
My
No
eyes
more messing
turning-
I
around.
look a bit like David Beckham, actually, so that helps.
You know who
Yeah.
also
Yeah, I mean,
jerks off to pictures of David Beckham? Our next comic.
Oh,
He's a DJ
that was
on the
a perfect link.
weekends. He has a
Mhm.
single name. He's gonna open for Spice Melange himself. But before that, we have Eurovision's top DJ, Behaven.
Whoa.
Hey there. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody.
What up?
Okay, so first off, I am there's some people who need bullying right now, and I mean, some people who are holding crypto, but really, there's people who deserve it even more. The Dutch. No, I mean, no, I mean, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I'm gonna give them a compliment first. They are wonderful painters. But these guys saw tulips as Bitcoin. This is just shocking news. This is news to me. It was very shocking to find out. I now have to look for a different brand of cigar. And in light of this news, this is Dutch Masters. I think not. All right, now I am from the state of New Jersey, and New Jersey is unique among many other American states. Like with the exception of Oregon, we're the only state where we do not pump our own gas. And this is they're actually considering changing this, and in order to provide a price break. And I'm like, and like, and this reminds me of okay, do they have self checkout groceries where in your neck of the woods, everybody? Show of hands.
Oh,
What?
Yes. Yeah, no, they like we normally gasoline now in my state, they are considering making it self-service, and as a result they're going this is like very triggering to people. It's something people have not done in the state before, and I don't know. I feel like the person manning the camera system at gas stations is going to have a fun time. It's going to be like Candid Camera and New Jersey's Funniest Home Videos put together. Yeah, myself, I am not from New Jersey. This is not. I am from Connecticut. I've been doing this for a while, and in Connecticut, it's called the Nutmeg State. And for those of you who don't know about nutmeg, it's how Malcolm X got high in prison. All right, now Another thing about myself is I'm a math student. I will not. I'm not prepared to use my mic time to do your homework for you, or anyone's homework you want me to do.
Oh.
What I'll do
No.
instead is just what I will do instead is talk about movies about math, such as Good Will Hunt, which was partly filmed in Toronto, in Canada. Now, Good Will Hunting it's a very controversial movie, namely because it has Elliott Smith as the soundtrack on the soundtrack. But also because it's in addition, there is another math movie related to where I live. It's called The Beautiful Mind, which is about which was sourced out, which was based out of Princeton. It was about a mathematician with schizophrenia. And as a mathematician who smokes a lot of weed, I feel I can make that movie real. And lastly, there is one more, the Imitation Game, which stars my my second favorite shark-faced spurg after myself, Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, this was about how a homosexual co-jockey managed to confuse the hell out of the Nazis.
Ooh.
All right, that's what I'm working on.
Whoa.
Everyone's
yeah.
favorite Nazi behaving. Thanks for coming. Boom. Tech.
Hell yeah. Man. Riff's so sharp. You know, he puts the cut in Connecticut.
Oh, dude, I was shaving with those
So-
riffs. Oh man, I
Hell
was like
yeah.
touching it up,
Mhm.
touching up my
Just-
bird.
Okay, but real quick, because he did say something in there.
Yeah,
Now,
he did
for
say
this to make any sense, just real quick,
Okay.
born and raised Dominican Republic, then went to New Jersey, to Patterson, and then, you know, back to the ER. So I was in New York, but we took the subway there.
Yeah.
Not everywhere in America there's a Dominican man filling up your gas
no, it's
for you.
literal
That's
only
what
state
happens
in
everywhere
America.
in New Jersey. You're kidding me.
Out of every goddamn state in America, New Jersey forces by law, they had to have fucking some sketch dude pump your gas and be like,
Is it always a Dominican?
yeah.
Or is that just Patterson?
I think.
Dude, by the
I'll
way,
double check it.
this
But
was-
it might be on the books as Dominican.
This was the most disappointed I've actually ever been in life. Like, seriously, just disappointed. Just in my little, like,
dude.
still kind of a child heart.
Yeah,
It just kind of broke that day.
Yeah.
No. I'll get to it. Hold on.
yeah.
I was in the US.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got there. Of course, in the
Uh-huh.
airport, nobody talked to me. I had learned English completely by watching the TV show Friends.
Mhm.
I just got stubborn and learned English by watching TV. So when we finally flew there, I was so excited to talk to somebody and just like test, you know, do I actually speak this shit? Or can I just laugh at Ross? Like, what the fuck's going on here? So I went into the first store. My aunt was like, oh yeah, let me get you a Coke. I'm like, can I go? She's like, yeah, sure. And everybody, of course, Dominican, right? We get to the store. I'm like, hello. The guys go like, oh, hello. My aunt walks in and they just go, oh, ¿qué pasa? What? Dude, I was so sad. My heart literally, these guys didn't speak English. I had to leave Patterson to speak English to somebody. It was crazy. We went to a drive-through and we ordered in Spanish. How is that a thing?
They just knew the route. They just knew what to hit up.
We just went like, no, dame una con queso, que lo que.
They just had the one street you could drive down to like hit all of that up.
We didn't even have to apresar dos para español like you usually would. You know what I mean? I even said that bad, so you'd get it. Alright. You know who else likes to say things bad so people get it?
Who?
Our next comic.
What?
Not only does he smell like Old Spice, I assume, he also knows a lot about these damn Old Spices.
I do, yeah.
Let him tell you about all this shit, man. Michael
Oh,
Monkhouse,
great.
get your butt over here.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. That was very, very nice. Thank you. Possibly the nicest thing that's ever been said about me, which is true, unfortunately. Yeah. No, seriously, I have to do a whole routine without mentioning any Spice Girl. Yeah, it's scary, baby, you know? No, seriously, I've been asked to take all the Spice Girls jokes out of my act. Good night. So, yeah, what do you call a singer with 4 dogs? Melanie C. Thank you. I told Jerry Halliwell from the Spice Girls she had a clandestine relationship with my pet kangaroo. She wasn't convinced. She said, "Is your wallaby my lover?" I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. So, did you know that if you put all the Spice Girls CDs in a long line on the ground, you get really bored? I know. Believe me, I know. Yeah. Sometimes I think about the Spice Girls in the nude. Yeah. Other times I keep my clothes on for it. Yeah. Gets cold on the bus, doesn't it? We've all been there. We've all been there. In honor of the Spice Girls, I called my first kid Jerry. Melanie, Emma, Victoria Monkhouse. God, he hates me. So, you know, I don't understand the invisible man when he ejaculates. I can't see where he's coming from. What's the difference between money and a masturbator? Money might change hands. What's the difference between Pontius Pilate and a masturbator? Pontius Pilate screams Jesus Christ after washing his hands. It takes a while, that one, but it is worth it. Believe me. Believe me, yeah. You know, I read on Wikipedia, so it must be true. Best way, 38% of impotent men cannot count. That's true. Oh, that's brilliant. I feel so sorry for you guys. I do. 38%. Jesus, that's more than half, isn't it? I know. My wife, my uncle, my sister said, "You got to help. We're obsessed with 70s disco." I said, "It's okay. We are family." My dad said, "I'm obsessed with Frankie Goes to Hollywood." I said, "Relax." My sister said, "I'm obsessed with One Direction." I said, "Fuck off then, you stupid bitch." Because they are shit, aren't they? Yeah. No, there's no joke coming. They really are a pile of shit, you know. Why did One Direction cross the road? I don't care, just as long as they fucked off. How many members of One Direction does it take to change a light bulb? I don't care, just as long as they fucked off when they finished. People say to me, "Michael, you can't love the Spice Girls and hate One Direction because they're exactly the same." And it's true, they are the same. Spice Girls, One Direction, I'm watching 5 cunts. No, I do apologize for that. Seriously, no, I do, because you've got to be careful what you say now. You know, I mean, I did a show a while ago, and after the show, this is absolutely true. This guy comes up to me, and he goes, "Oi, monk ass. Me and my mate think you're a fucking cunt." Which is a terrible thing to say, you know, because it's my mate and I. Get it right, you fucking cunt. You know what I mean? Anyway. So I once met Cameron Diaz.
Cool.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. People say, was it strange, suddenly face to face with a multi-millionaire sex symbol? I say it was strange, but she coped. She coped very well. Absolutely true. Yeah. The thing about becoming an alcoholic is you don't realize it's happening to you. You're too pissed. Yeah. I read on Wikipedia, so it must be true. Best way to stop a man drinking, do you know what it is? Yeah. You got to tell him that alcohol causes impotence. It's true. And I love that because it just sums up the priority of every man, including myself. Yeah? You're like, drinking is awesome. You make a fool out of yourself. I know, but it's still awesome. You spend all your money. Yeah, but it's still awesome.
Very awesome.
It destroys all your brain cells. Yeah, but it's still fucking awesome, dude. All right, mate, get this. You will never again obtain, sustain, and relieve an erection over the Spice Girls' Say You Will Be There Top of the Pops appearance. Oh my God. This is serious, man. Gotta do something about this. Absolutely true. If you're bored of regular sex, try incest. Up the ante. Up the ante. Yeah. I love incest. You get ants in your pants. It's wonderful. Incest. I can relate to that. Yeah. I'm in a passive incest. Family comes first. Family comes first. Yeah. No, seriously, I'm going to finish now because I think you've suffered enough already. So I'm just going to say one last thing. I have a confession to make. I tried incest once. I did. But I'm sworn to secrecy about who it was with. Well, yeah. Mum's the word. Mum's the word. That's all from me. You've been mediocre as usual. Glad that's over.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to the old
Man.
Marv,
Why does that always happen?
I haven't done any sense. What are you talking about? Why are you bringing it up? What, on me? Never. Whoa, oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You changed the setting, dude.
No, never done.
Michael Monkhouse, man.
How dare you? Marv,
Yeah,
bring it up. How dare you?
What?
How dare you?
I will always bring it up.
Don't
It's disgusting and it bothers me.
Oh, it's horrible.
Bon, she was 4.
You like it, really?
I don't care that she's young.
47. Let's keep. Come on, don't.
Because, Amira, I'm doing my hardest to get canceled. It sounds so cool.
Why are you even
The live stream,
out
really?
a live
That's cool.
stream? How dare you?
Also,
Look at my
Also,
live stream. That's invasive. What?
We're proving that Twitch does not give a fuck.
Look, press F for the chat if you give a
So,
fuck.
Alex Jones, why do you
a lot of
bang
people
children?
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Mark, I heard
All
you
the
want to
apps.
introduce our next
All
guest.
of them. Me?
Yeah, Marv, I heard you wanted
This
to say
guy?
something. I'm gonna go over here and beat the fuck out of Randy. Randy, I swear to fucking God.
No, I can't handle all this pressure. Wait, my internet's unstable.
You're right,
I'm just gonna wait now. No, but seriously. While I'm at it,
Yeah.
this next comic still smiles like she calls people doodle head in anger. And also, she will get angry at
Recording
you
in
if you don't laugh
progress.
instantly. So get your muscles ready. Get ready to laugh. Amira, Abu, I will never say that right.
Why did he just leave? I stayed for most of his stuff. Anyway,
He's not behaving.
yeah. Okay. Alright, so I have some new stuff. Let's suffer through it.
Wow.
So I put on this like well-fitted shirt because usually I wear like loose shirts. it was an internet connection. Anyway, and I was asking my sister, oh, do I look skinnier? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, great. So I can eat this cannoli. Just lose weight so you can eat fattening food to gain it back, you know? Balance of life. All right. Okay, so guys with no pictures on Facebook hitting on you, I tell like it's like weird because you don't know how they look like. So yeah, it is. You don't know because you're maybe a straight guy. I said maybe.
Hey.
Okay, shut up.
I don't know everybody that well. I'm asking you guys.
I party, okay, Amira? I party.
He's German.
Yeah, I'm European.
So anyway, it's awkward because you don't know how they look like and they're hitting on you. And also they're in Morocco, so you can't really meet them anyway. But so I was like, I don't know how you look like. So then they send you a picture and you're just starting to block them because they're ugly, of course. Because if you're beautiful or handsome, you would put a picture, you know? Modest people don't just not have pictures. I mean, I have pictures of my nephew because I get hit on way too much. I'm very modest. But anyway, sometimes I put a picture of me just to get more attention if my boyfriend's ignoring me. That's right, I have a boyfriend now, so I'm just as lonely. All right, so have you guys heard that song Mercy by Shawn Mendes? If you haven't, I'm going to explain it. So
Good.
He says, I'm prepared to sacrifice my life. I would gladly do it twice. Okay, Sean, you're not a cat. You don't have more than one life. Okay. So I was swearing around my dad, being disrespectful, and my sister was like, be careful, Dad's going to throw the remote at you. And I was like, no, he loves the remote. So I had really watery eyes, so I went to see the allergist to find out why. She said, you don't have any allergies, you're just sensitive. I'm like, why would you say that? Okay. So I really love the part in movies where skinny girls pretend to like eat. You know, they're not really eating, and I'm like, you've been really like preparing your whole life for this role. You're so good at it. The whole like love scene and like, you know, drama and everything, you're so bad at. You don't spend that much time preparing. I didn't mean to say love scene. I mean like romantic scenes. Okay, like anyway. Yeah. Well, that too. Okay. People on Facebook post way too many personal things going on, like, and like I barely know some people on Facebook, well, most of the people, and I'm like, I'm sorry you feel bad, but I don't know you. Like I don't know what to say. I feel I'm just like, I always say sorry for your loss, but I feel like there's like 30 people saying the same thing. So is it still helping you? I don't know. And I spent like 7 years in my room, so I'm awkward as it is. So I'm just like, how do I act normal? What is everyone else doing? This is how I pretend to be a human. I don't know. All right, so there's this song by Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License. She says, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. I wish I could drive alone past the guy's street, because right now I have my permit and I have to have like an adult present with me. It would be awkward. I'll be like driving alone, I'll try to drive alone, but you know, I'll pretend my dad's not there. I'll drive with my dad past the guy's street. And he's like, it's a stop sign. You've got to stop. I'm like, I know. I'm just looking really quickly. All right. You know, your parents always tell you what to do when you're doing it. Okay. So this one's random. My boyfriend will fart around me, but he won't eat cheese. I feel like it's weird. So you'll cut the cheese, but you won't eat cheese. I don't know. Cool. I don't know why there's a timer when you said I can do as much as I want. I guess it's not genuine. I'm gonna end on a joke.
I didn't put a beep beep. I don't know where it came from.
Okay. If I'm talking shit, it's because my phone fell in the toilet. These new things are pretty good. I think you guys would suffer through them, but you seem like you're enjoying it. So I'm gonna end it on a bad joke. So I was talking to my therapist, and she told me to make more friends because she's sick of talking to me. And no, so she told me like, oh, you should try Meetup, and I'm like, yeah, that's mostly running groups, and I don't like running except for running from my feelings. And she's like, oh, what feelings are you trying to run away from? And I was just like, learn how to take a joke, Lauren. But I've learned you can't yell at your third therapist because then you have to find a fourth therapist to replace her, which is going to be a third because she's gone. So what I really said was, loneliness, sadness. I had to pretend I had problems, which I was really good at. Because I've been preparing for that role my whole life, pretending to have problems. Am I right? Okay. I'm at again.
Recording stopped.
Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You got it, Lady Robot. Recording did stop. Amira, I feel like I
Hell yeah, Robot Lady.
disservice if I didn't get a little goss. So, where'd you meet your boyfriend? Where'd you meet your boyfriend?
I told you.
What does he do for work?
What does he do for work? Does he look like? How tall is he? Does he have a job? Or does he have a car?
I was like answering these, and then you just kept going. I'm like, he doesn't really
Does
want to say.
he like fill up his
We're
gas
making
in
a
state that has
long
a
list, and we
Dominican
want
that fills it up
all
for
of
him?
the answers. So that's what we want. All of.
So he's 5'10". He works in construction, and he's a comedian. I met him on Zoom. Lives hours away. So yeah, I don't really remember the
Is he all
high-pitched
dreamy?
question. What?
Is he all dreamy and gives you like his jacket when it's raining?
It hasn't been raining when I met him. I
God
think
damn it.
he would give it to me.
Amira has no sense for romanticism.
If he's
I understand your father. I'm on his side now.
If the construction guy, if the construction comedian's weird, stay with him a little longer so you have like a really good breakup story bit. You know what I mean? Like you want
And
him
he
to
build
like
you a house.
explode. Like you want him to like start like getting so angry he tries to like choke himself out with bologna or something. Like you want him to like you want like a good like nothing like crazy, like a mid crazy. Don't cook it too long, is what I'm trying to say. Like
you don't want him to choke jerk.
Yeah, like you don't want him to start using knives and stuff. You want him to do something like really funny. Like he's so angry, he like trips over himself and like, more food, like I don't know why he's tripping in the kitchen so much, but yeah, there's like PB&J and stuff, like funny stuff, not too far.
Yeah.
Like you want to be like
I agree.
nervous,
I don't
angry.
live with him. How would I see this stuff in the kitchen that's happening?
You're in his kitchen because you're obviously
Just go to his kitchen.
house. Yeah,
His girlfriend. We've
Yeah.
done it again. We've riffed long enough for a person to show up. Woo!
Yes.
Okay.
Before I forget though, can I do my what I learned?
God
Can
damn,
I
we're
do my
so
what
good
I
at
learned?
this. Yeah.
Because I learned only one thing this time, and
Yeah.
like that's still shocking to me. So you mean to tell me that when you drive and you live in the U.S. behaving?
Yeah.
You live in Jersey. God damn it, Amira. When your dad fills his car up, there's not just a Dominican guy with a face tattoo doing that for him. That's just not a thing.
That's a weird
it's not-
question to ask.
I don't know what he does when he fills up the car, but it's not his car. It's my sister's car because my dad doesn't have a
That
job.
sounds so weird.
Mhm.
That's just really weird to me. I don't know. I
Wait.
still don't believe it.
Your sister,
Vaughn, you'll have to take me through all of the U.S.
your
to prove that
sister
that's true.
drives your dad around, and your dad rides with you, so you can learn how to drive.
Mhm.
So your dad has two chauffeurs.
Dude,
Okay.
her
Dude.
dad is
Dude,
pimping.
dude, he's
Actually-
so baller. He's so
He doesn't
baller.
actually
Get him
make
to
me
write a
driving.
book.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
real quick. Okay, wait.
I'm so sorry, Tyler. You're
$1
so up
million
next.
idea.
You're so
Get-
up next, Tyler.
Get your dad.
Oh my God.
Get your dad
Yes.
to make one of those alpha male YouTube bullshit channels where he's just talking to the camera. I'm not gonna do the accent because that's racist when I do it. It's funny when you do it.
While he's in your car, while he's in your car, and you're driving him around, he has to be like, and this is how I live the life.
Yeah, he's just like, boys, you got to get your women in line on YouTube. It's great. He would find some like really idiotic people that are willing to give him a lot of money. He's gonna have a Lamborghini by 2023.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That you drive him around in.
Dude.
So you have a Lambo.
He's living the grandpa dream, dude. He's fucking living it up. He's one step away from getting a harmonica and just like, oh, dude.
No, this is what he has. He has a little drum that I stole from him.
Does he have a chair that his
You think
butt
he'd be
is
happy?
literally printed into?
Oh my god.
So chair
He has to have a chair. He has to have a chair that his butt is literally imprinted into.
You know who
There's no way he doesn't.
You know, I heard makes chairs that you can put your butt printed in them. Our next comic. Our next comic makes chairs that you can imprint your butt into, and when your butt gets imprinted into it, you become a harmonica. Dude, our next comic's a fucking shaman, dude, traveling the world. He can do a good 5 to 7 like everyone else has been doing. Come on down, Tyler Roderick! Thanks for coming to the open mic.
I'm gonna start pretending I'm a shaman now. I don't know if you guys know Murad, but when I first saw him on Zoom, he's like, "Hello, Tyler. Are you from Yemen?" My beard was wilding out. I guess I looked like a terrorist. Holy shit! All right, so yeah, my name's Tyler. I'm out here in Massachusetts, way out on Cape Cod. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. Most people think like Kennedy's, but I'm from P-Town, and that's like the gay Mecca. That's what everybody knows it for. Every summer, thousands of young people of various genders go to find out which way the door swings. You know, some swing in, some swing out, some go back and forth like those cowboy saloon doors. A lot of people think that growing up there, you know, that means you're gay. And I'm not, but I do have some gay friends. There's one in particular, the other day he comes over and he starts moving all my fucking furniture around. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm just hoping you'll change your sectional orientation. I was kindly, I was nice and kind of just pushed it off. And he goes, well, just put it in my mouth. If you don't like it, it doesn't have to be gay. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the part that makes it gay is me putting it in another man's mouth. Like, that's the one thing. And he goes, no, it's only gay if the balls touch.
Fair.
It's a loophole. It's a loophole. But now I live in Wellfleet. Wellfleet's a different little town on the Cape, and we're known for our oysters. If you like shellfish, oysters are the thing here. Everybody loves them. And it's funny, they say the world is your oyster. Like it's a good thing. But if that's the case, I don't want it. Like you guys can have it. I'm out. You ever had an oyster? It's like nature's single serve boogers. Yeah, they're fucking gross. The pandemic was wild, huh? Like I'll tell you, the pandemic, a lot of things happened. But it was a wild time to get divorced. I did that. It was interesting. Super easy though. It was on Zoom, so I didn't have to take the day off work. I did my divorce in a McDonald's parking lot on my coffee break because I'm loving it. It's as good as it could be. But when things go good like that, something's gonna fucking go wrong. So I went inside, got myself a McFlurry, and the ice cream machine was more broken than the marriage was. Weird time to get divorced. I did get the dog. I got to keep the dog. So even weirder time to be dating, right? I think the last time I dated before that relationship was, everything was still in person, not online so much. And man, I dipped my toes into that dating pool and I caught something, I think. It's been peed in a lot. Gross out there. I didn't last long online dating. I went back to meeting women, things opened back up and I went back to meeting women the way I used to. Not at all. I did meet this one girl. I ruined it by bringing her to an open mic. I learned that lesson the hard way. She got real jealous is where it all went wrong. She got really upset that I could last 3 minutes on stage and not in the bedroom. Yeah, it was wild. But eventually I met someone that I think I can really, maybe go the long haul with, I think. And I never would have thought it would have been someone much older, I met her, she was 66. We'll just make up a number. And it's great. That's a great, age. Everybody, kind of weird sounding, I guess, but it's a great age to date a woman at. She's at a point in life where she's kind of, stable and consistent. She's always got that candy dish full. And the sex is fucking wild. She gets on top, it puts a whole new twist on Ride or Die. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen, but either way, I'm gonna finish. Yeah, and she's not here with us today, so I guess you can figure it out. But that usually does better. Damn. Fucking loser. I guess you guys don't want to laugh at my dead dad then, huh? No, I would like to meet a woman with a colostomy bag because I'm just sick of getting shit on my dick.
You're good.
Good?
Yeah, do like
Awesome.
another, what,
7
2,
minutes?
3?
Pop us
Oh,
off some
damn,
nice
3.
Proud Boys.
Oh, God. So the pandemic was also tough financially for a lot of people. We all kind of, I think, picked up a side hustle. I hopped on I don't know what I hopped on. So I decided to sell some nudes. But I'd like to think I'm clever. I didn't do the OnlyFans thing. I did a little research on how to run an e-commerce business, and they say your best customer base, you start immediately close to you with your friends and family. So I sent out a group email and, email and Facebook, and, you get a nude photo for $5, but for $10, you don't get one. I made a killing. Genius, right? And even better than the money I made, I don't have to go to family gatherings anymore. Yeah, nobody tells me. It was great. Yeah, I did so well. I decided to do it again, actually. I thought I could do even better. And I did. The second time around, I took some photos that everybody actually wanted to pay to see. I just didn't get permission from my neighbor. Maybe I won't ever try that one again. Yeah, so I said I got divorced during the pandemic, and the world was crazy. It really caught me off guard. I don't know how we ended up at divorce at that point, because I was trying to figure out why she married me in the first place. But it turns out, looking back, when we were saying our vows, doing the whole "I do forever until death do us part" and that shit, she actually said, "I do however long it takes me to get my green card." And I think I'll wrap it up there, folks. Thank you.
Whoa.
Thanks for coming, Tyler. Oops, I did it backwards. Marv disappeared. Oh man, Marv slipped away into darkness. He's so captivated. It's just like a dark square.
Frozen?
Okay, so
What's
Tyler.
happening here?
Yes, sir.
Dare you take over?
Yeah, no, it's so. How's
I
how's
hear
how's,
you,
pump-
I
how's
guess.
pumping your own gas like? I'm from New Jersey.
Behaving. Actually, hold on. Sorry.
Like, wait up. Are you
Sorry.
really asking about pumping gas, or is there some innuendo there?
No, it's just that's as literal as possible.
Because that's something different in P-Town. But
I would imagine.
yeah, no, it's we actually have one or two gas stations around me that still have an attendant, but it's usually like the old white retired dude that didn't have he worked all his life but didn't have any kind of retirement plan set up, so he still has to work. So it's not necessarily I don't know why they choose to do it, but I don't go to those gas stations. So pumping your own gas, it sucks, and it's kind of a pain in the ass in Massachusetts. You got to prepay because people pump and run a lot, or use a card at the pump. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just a thing. But I do although it seems like more of a clusterfuck when I go to other states where it's just automatically an attendant there. There's always a line.
Yep. I'm one of those states, Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. I've driven through New Jersey a lot. I haven't stayed there so much, but
is it crazy or would this be great as a podcast?
Marv, how do you pump your gas? I pump my gas as infrequently as possible. My gas is in a Prius, so it's in little blocks. I call them Energon cubes, and I try to push that last Energon cube blinking as far as possible. I've gotten it up to about 50 miles. How about you, Marv? How do you pump your gas?
I live in Germany, so I'd rather not answer that question.
You don't pump your own gas.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have a chamber in your car that stores gas?
There's no gas chambers anywhere.
There's no gas chamber in your car? How does it fuel itself to drive from place to place?
You're not tricking me into this.
Do you have an electric car?
Tricking me into this again.
Does it run on farts? What is your car over there?
I don't want to talk about it. Don't do this to me again. I'll get an audit.
This has been how do you pump your gas?
Hey, man, you're trying to get canceled, bro. What's wrong?
Behaving, it's gone to your head. You need to pull back. You need to let Papa handle this.
Mm-hmm. Daddy are talking.
Yeah, Marv has to go eat. We have to wrap it up. We have to do our closing bit. We got to do our fucking famous award-winning closing bits. And now that I brought it up, you've ruined it.
Okay. Fine.
I guess we can't do a bit. I guess there's no bit this week.
Let's have Alex Jones interview Corey Feldman until this room gets empty.
I don't even know who Alex Jones is.
I'm not entirely sure who Corey Feldman is. But I know that he's ridiculous. He dresses like his life is Assassin's Creed.
I heard that Corey Feldman goes around hunting around dumpsters, around cities, hunting for giant rats, and that one time he fought a 700-foot rat king. Well, that's crazy, right?
You got that wrong. That it was at least 800 pounds.
So when you're stalking that kind of a prey, what
Guys,
size?
leave! I'm hungry. What the fuck? I said we're doing this until you leave. Go.
It's too entertaining. They don't want to leave. No one wants to leave. We'll just have to press.
They want to torture us. They just want to do that so long until you spit out blood.
Yeah,
I don't know how hard that is.
I'll spit out blood. I don't give a fuck. I don't give any fucks.
Does anybody else have any fun impressions?
So when you're hunting that kind of prey, Corey Feldman of childhood acting fame and future fame, how do you hunt that kind of prey? When you're hunting giant rats around cities, do you look for fecal matter? Do you look for footprints? Or are you looking for a general aura of grossness? What are you looking for in that kind of prey?
Well, Alex, as you know, I'm a child of the 80s, so Obviously, I just get a big bulk of cheese. I put it out. It's the same thing I do to attract these teen runaways that I have run my band.
Important question. Sorry to sidetrack. What kind of cheese are you using? Are you going Velveeta processed? We going like 12-year aged cheddar? What are we doing here?
Straight Gouda.
Gouda?
Gouda.
Your prey likes Gouda. I'm not gonna question. I want the folks at home to know Gouda. All right,
These guys are.
Corey, please continue. It's very. Do
You
you sell the pelts? Do you skin them? After you've felled your prey, after you've Corey Feldman your prey, what are you doing?
No, I actually use the meat, and I have this Mexican guy that I have come by, and he runs a taco stand right in front of my house.
Oh, so it's like rat tacos?
Yeah, but we promote him as tacos.
What? Does it add a different kind of like consistency to it? Like, is it gamey or is it kind of like a good?
I wouldn't know. I don't put that in meat.
Ah. Well, so
Okay, are we done with this?
are we?
Dude,
done
I'm
with this?
seriously starving, and
I'm
the whole
fine.
house smells like food.
You're
Get
cooking
me out of here.
currently?
No, I'm not cooking, but
Yeah, they're kicking.
like Coco brought the takeout, but it's behind me. It's just smelling. And it's
Randy,
Greek food, so it smells a lot.
Bring me the 30-page script.
Oh, okay, let's do that now. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.